Hi guys, James at RampantLionReviews again for you today. For this one we are going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do another Nihonshu review, or sake as you would call it in English. So for this one we are going to go to Gunma Prefecture, just to the north of Tokyo, kind of near Saitama a little bit. And for this one we are going to visit quite a well-known sake brewery. So this is Ryujin Shuzo and their Ozeno Yukidoke sake range. They also do beers under this name as well, but this one is the Junmai Daiginjo Natsu, which is basically a summer version of their usual Junmai Daiginjo thing. Junmai and Daiginjo, of course, are two different types of sakes. So this one should be quite interesting. I tried this in the little shop that we bought it in, and it was really nice. So I'm going to try and do a little bit more of a kind of in-depth tasting of this one for you guys on the video. I hope you enjoyed the last sake video I did, and hopefully I can do a few more of these while I'm still here in Japan. But as always with my reviews then, I'll tell you a little bit about the brewery. If you do want to get straight to the tasting, just fast forward. All the usual links are in the description below. That's the brewery website, the link to my future reviews that hopefully I can do from Ozeno Yukidoke sakes. And hopefully I can get some recommendations from you guys as well. Let me know your favourite sakes from this brewery, and do let me know the other sake breweries I should check out as well, particularly from Gunma Prefecture, because I've heard there's very good sake there. Check out all the usual social media, and don't hesitate to get in touch through all the usual channels. But anyway, to tell you a little bit about Ryujin Shuzo then. So this brewery is based in Tatebayashi in Gunma Prefecture, which is just to the north of Tokyo, like I was saying. The Saitama city is just to the north of Tokyo, and this is even further north than that. But the company was founded in 1597, which means that this brewery is from the mid-Edo period in Japan, and the name literally means thaw in Oze, Oze being a region very famous for its flowers within Gunma Prefecture. There wasn't actually too much information available on this brewery, in fact, but I did manage to find out that the head sake brewer is Hideki Horikoshi, and he's produced a wide variety of sakes during his time with the brewery, and he often tours the world to showcase them. I saw that he'd been to New York back in 2012 to actually do a sake tasting with a lot of different people. But this region in Gunma apparently has very soft water and excellent soil for producing various different types of rice as well. So that's ideally what you want: good soil for the rice and nice soft water for actually brewing the sake as well. Like I mentioned to you at the start of the video, these guys also produce some beers under the Ozeno Yukidoke name as well, and these beers are actually exported over to the US as well as being sold domestically in Japan. So yeah, despite it being quite a well-known sake brand, it was actually quite hard to find information on this sake brewery. So if any of you have any further information on these guys, if you could give that to me, that would be much appreciated. Do let me know your thoughts on the beers as well, and hopefully I can review some of them for you in the fairly near future. But the guy I actually bought this sake from was telling me that this one is quite hard to find in Japan now, because this company are exporting so much that it's taking up a lot of their capacity. But yeah, that's enough about the brewery just now. As I said, go and check out the links in the little description below if you want to learn more for yourselves. But let's get on to the tasting of this one itself. So to tell you the stats of this sake, this one is a Junmai Daiginjo, which is 15% ABV, and it's got 50% milled rice in it, which is semi rice apparently. So the Junmai thing tells you that it's pure rice sake, there's no added alcohol to it, and the Daiginjo tells you that the rice should be milled to no more than 50% of the original rice grain. They always do this to remove the kind of crap from the outside, if you like, to actually get the good part of the sake for brewing in the process. But this one, like I say, is the Junmai Daiginjo Natsu, which is the summer version of this. The top label up here actually says Natsugin, which literally means summer sake essentially. So yeah, it should be quite nice. As I mentioned to you in the last video, the things you should look at when you're tasting sake, according to the sake journals, you should look at floral character, earthy character, sweetness, dryness, acidity, impact, and also the tail of the sake as well. So these are the parameters you want to look at when you're trying the sake for yourself. But let's just have a little look at the artwork on this one, and then we'll get it opened up and we can have a taste of it. So it's quite nicely presented. This is the Ozeno Yukidoke here. You can see this, the no obviously is hiragana, and the do K is hiragana as well, but the rest of that is kanji, and I think that is telling you there that it's the summer Junmai Daiginjo. And you can see on the back here, tells you a little bit about it. It says here 15% alcohol, 50% rice, so it should be quite nice. You can see there there's the little bottle cap on this guy. So without further ado then, we'll get this one open and we'll get on with the tasting. It should be quite nice. I remember this guy being pretty tasty, and that was why we actually chose to buy this one. So yeah, let's get it out and into our little sake glass. These glasses are actually really nice for sake. You get about 100 millilitres. This bottle itself is 720 millilitres apparently, and these little glasses give you about 100 millilitres within the glass. So if you can see this one, it's got a little bit of a kind of slightly greyish yellow tint to it in terms of colour. You can see though, as with most sakes, apart from the unfiltered ones of course, they are pretty see-through, but I would say this one in terms of colour has a little bit of a kind of greyish, almost slightly beigey yellow colour to it, but it looks very nice. So let's have a look at the aroma of this guy and see how we get on. Again, this one smells quite sweet. The other one did smell sweet as well, and that's really is one of the characteristics just of sake generally. Usually the Daiginjo sakes can be quite complex actually, that's what I was told. But with this one you can pick up a little bit of sweetness. I want to say there's a little bit of floral character in there too. You can pick up a little bit of kind of sweet earthiness, I think, as well. No acidity really coming out of this one. But yeah, the rice smells quite sweet. It is a little bit floral, I would say. It's quite fruity as well. You can pick up maybe just a little bit of that kind of fruity, floral character in there. It's a little bit almost citrusy, but not quite. It's a very kind of distinct aroma, this one. But it's really nicely done, actually. That aroma is really nice. I mean, with sake, it's just something you get used to. It is an acquired taste, but it's very nice, and it's a lot better than shochu. I'll tell you that for nothing. But this one smells really nice. The rice comes across as very sweet, a little bit of earthy character, like I said, floral, and yeah, it really just smells quite lovely. So let's give this guy a go and we'll see how we get in. So this is the Ozeno Yukidoke Junmai Daiginjo Natsu, the summer Daiginjo Junmai Daiginjo. So let's get stuck into this one. Kanpai. Yeah, that's really nice. I remember this guy being a very, very good sake, and certainly it still sticks in my mind as being just that. So the impact on this one, one of the key variables, like I said, that you want to look at, the impact on this one isn't too big. It kind of comes in and it smooths out. For me, the focus on this sake is on the tail end. And really on the tail end, it comes out as quite earthy. You get a good bit of alcohol warmth just going down your chest here at 15%. That is what you'd expect, you know. This one isn't as sweet. This one isn't one of the sweeter sakes that I've had. There's a nice little bit of floral character in there. For me, there's not really too much acidity to this one. This is a more, like I was saying, the Daiginjo and the Junmai, this one has more complexity to it than acidity. You can get a little bit, you can feel on the edge of your tongue there is some acidity to it, but it's not really kind of puckering or anything like that. It's just a nice smooth thing, and it starts to come out more into the aftertaste, and you've got that lingering sweetness from this rice as well. There's a little bit of earthy character, I think, from the rice in this one as well. It does have that, but it's not too subtle. It's kind of sweet. There is a bit of dryness in this one, like I said, particularly in the aftertaste with that acidity coming out, but it's nowhere near as acidic as some of the things that I've talked about, like sour beers and things like that before. The acidity that you get in sake is very different from that. It's still quite a sweet acidity, but you can feel it just around that front curve of your tongue there. It's very nice. But yeah, so the impact on this one isn't too big. The tail is where a lot of the flavour's coming out. You're getting that nice sweetness from the sake in the middle of your tongue. The rice there, you can feel the earthy character in there. There is a bit of floral character to this one, and that comes out around the front curve of the palate too. The acidity, like I said, is there on the aftertaste. The tail is where a lot of the flavour comes out in this one, but it's very nice actually, you know. It's always interesting to try new alcohols and things like that when you're doing reviews. But the dryness, as I say, all the factors we've looked at on this one, the floral character in it, the earthiness, the sweetness, the dryness, the acidity, the impact in the tail. So I would say overall this one is a fairly sweet sake. There is a bit of acidity to it. You can feel the dryness around the edge of your palate. The acidity and the dryness go together quite well. The impact isn't too big, but the tail is where a lot of the flavour comes out. There's a nice little bit of earthy character. For me, it's not too big on the floral side of things, but overall, again, it's a very, very good sake. I have to admit, I'm not too refined in the art of tasting sake at the moment, but this one is pretty nice. The other sake I reviewed for you, the unfiltered one, was very nice as well. So hopefully I can try some of the other types for you as well. But this is a very, very good one. So yeah, I would recommend this one. Sake, like I say, is an acquired taste. I would recommend that you try some of the Ozeno Yukidoke sakes. These ones are meant to be quite popular, and they are ones that you will find outside of Japan as well. So probably this could be a very good one for you to get a hold of. If you get the chance to try this summer version of the Junmai Daiginjo, then I certainly would recommend that you do. Their sakes are very, very highly regarded. So yeah, so as always then, I hope you've enjoyed this review. It's cool to do other things like sake on the channel as well, and hopefully I can do many more of these over the next few years. But thank you once again for watching. If you have tried this sake for yourself, please do let me know your own thoughts on it in the comment section below. Let me know your favourite ones from this brewery. Let me know your thoughts on the beers that they do as well, and hopefully I can review one or two of those for you. I've heard that their IPA is pretty damn good, so I'll try and review that one for you. But yeah, let me know your own thoughts on the sakes, the beers, and the brewery itself. Until the next time, please like, subscribe, share, all the usual YouTube stuff. I hope you've enjoyed me doing something different for you, and I will catch you soon with more beer reviews and hopefully more Nihonshu and sake reviews. So until the next time, slange just now, kampai. Hope you're enjoying this little sake series. Cheers.